Thank you for picking up the Sticks. This is episode 33, Sticks Gaming Podcast. I am Mike Kernett. To my right, Mike Steak Carnian.
What's going on?
To my left, Art Magic Pants Rosian.
The pants are more magical than on the floor.
That's when the magic happens. But we just finished our Diablo 3 what's it called? Rise of the
Necromancer. Yeah. Live stream on Twitch.
Thank you for joining us. If you did, but
if you didn't, it's up on YouTube. So check it out on YouTube.
And they literally have magic pants in that game. So I was like, I'm going to call it Art Magic Pants. So
I mean, the magic is in the pants.
That's right.
Whether it's the fun bits or the wallet, I mean, all the magic's in the pants. It's where the magic happens.
Yes, for sure.
Wait, so I have. Can I request a change in the nickname?
Maybe
Something we forgot to address last episode.
What?
I think you should call me Champ.
Oh, I thought about that too. Yeah. So we are really bad at what we do. So
that's
we're
right.
super organized.
Yeah. So Art did win the E3 predictions.
He did.
I think you got 2 right. No, you got 3 right. But you got
it was my 3 highest ones.
3 highest ones. You got 1.
I think I got partially right on a bunch of mine.
You both got. You both got 1 right.
I got my no Kingdom Hearts or Final Fantasy VII remake. I got that right.
So you both got 1 right, but it was like I think both of you. It was like one of your lower.
That was my lowest one.
It was
my lowest one.
Yeah, I wasn't even gonna do it. I was like, maybe they'll make a Metroid game, and there's 2. So that's what the hell we know. So Art has broken my reign of dominance.
It was like 24 to 3 to 2 or something.
It was not pretty.
Yeah, I was off by. I could have had major points if Xbox would just release the fucking One X in October. I would have been gold.
If you didn't talk about Crackdown, that would have been my number 1. But it is what it is. So Art, congratulations.
Champ.
Congratulations.
Winner.
So my reign of terror is over.
Thank God. That's all I wanted out of this.
I predict that I'm always going to lose this.
Now I'm going to rule with
But
my
I love my bold
but yeah, like if you ever win, it's going to be the best
best
E3
E3
of all
ever.
time.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
everybody wins if I win.
Exactly. So if you're going to go for it, you might as well dream. So
Right.
That's excellent. Steak, what you playing?
Champ.
It is not your turn.
You shut up over there.
Don't you speak to your champion like that.
Magic Pants.
Not a whole lot, honestly. It's only been about a week.
That's the theme of this episode.
Let's backtrack here. So we are recording super early. It's a week prior to actually posting.
Yeah.
July 5th.
Yeah.
You're out of town, right?
Yep.
I'm out of town.
Yep.
I'm good any day.
Yeah, so we're out of town.
We're out.
Yeah, we're very
2/3 of the
busy, yeah.
podcast.
And
out
nobody
of town.
wants to listen to me talk about myself. It would be very...
1 hour, just like the 1 hour just chat with Art. I think that'd be great.
Chat with Arthur.
Yeah.
That might get us pulled off iTunes. Eventually, I'm just going to go on a tirade and iTunes won't have
3
us.
hours later, the episode finally happened.
It'll be the longest episode yet.
Yeah. Really. What you playing?
Okay, not a whole lot. I got a little bit more of Yakuza 0 in. I think I'm on chapter 5 now of that, so that's going very well. I, for some reason, jumped back into Mario Golf on the 3DS. Just started to pick that up and just kind of been playing a few courses here and there. I think after seeing all the Everybody's Golf footage, I'm kind of getting hyped for that type of golfing game, and Mario Golf is basically that, but with Mario characters. So I kind of just started playing that a little bit, and then like we talked about already, just Diablo 3, Necromancer DLC. Plays Necromancer is fucking awesome.
Yeah, let me say, so on the stream, I said, like, I've never played a Diablo. Like, I might have played a demo at some point,
right.
like, maybe. But I've never played. I did enjoy it. Like, I really did. It was... we talk about, like, the loop of the game, right?
Yeah.
Like, just, like, you're constantly getting towards that next thing. You're constantly getting new items. Like, I can't use that item yet, so I need to get to that item. Like, you're just constantly striving, constantly going to the next dungeon and blowing up more bad guys and whatever it is. But that was totally fun. And I like that we picked 2 very different classes when we played, too.
It actually worked really well for us.
Yeah, it really did.
You mowed them down, and as a Necromancer, I get to explode corpses to cause a bomb, basically. And I would, as he's killing some of the enemies, I just plop down the bomb, the corpses explode and take out everyone else.
And that was that. It was
It was a good combo. I got my skeleton army.
Yeah. Oh man, we don't know how that happened, but all of a sudden, Steak has like 7 or 8 different
Something like that. Yeah, skeletons. Yeah.
different skeletons just following us, and it was just like, man, we just mowed through.
And you can
like,
order them to attack a certain target. They just all whoosh and they just go down on the guy.
We just mowed through the whole all the way through the first boss.
The Necromancer is fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was fun. It was good times.
So
I commented how pretty that game was, and it was basically came out with the launch of the PS4, I think, or
it was a little bit
close.
after. It wasn't too much. It was a little bit after, but not too much after. And then we were running it on the PS4 Pro, so it has been updated for a little bit higher resolution and running a little bit smoother than normal. But it's still, even before that though, it ran great. I mean, it ran fine on the PS4 without the PS4 Pro. It looked good too. So it's holding up now because of the Pro.
Very cool.
Yep.
That's it. Champ, what you playing?
Thank you.
That's the only one you're getting.
If you called me, I was going to say it's
She missed a big one.
I know.
whatever.
I know. I don't want this land. You fuck.
So I finished up the Last of Us, and I played through the Left Behind DLC.
Oh, you got all the way through that too.
Yeah.
Nice.
We must talk.
Yeah. So without going into spoilers here, so playing through The Last of Us, it's weird because I finished the game and as I finished it, I'm sitting there on my couch. I'm like, okay, that's good game. Not the best game I ever played. And like going through it, I'm like, a lot of the stuff going on here is like the typical like zombie survivor like story loop you always see. Like we need to get to this place. That's where our safety is, and and everything is dead and gone. Oh yeah, the next place, and everything is dead and gone. And it definitely changes a little bit when you get to the end. But it's weird because like I got through playing the game and I was like, okay, yeah, good, not great. I enjoyed it. The story definitely picks up in the second half of the game. But then ever since I finished playing it, I can't stop thinking about the friggin' game.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that says.
It's the last 2 sections are, like I said, I don't know if I've ever felt so propelled in a game before to try to get to like what the objective was without spoiling anything. Like I was trying so hard to get to where I needed to be in that moment.
And the thing is too, like early on in the game, I was doing what I normally do in like open world. That game's it's linear, but it's open world-ish.
It's a wide line.
Yeah. That's where I go in and I check every nook and cranny for every single thing possible. And the later I got into the game, the more I just started like straight lining it through. Like, nope, gotta get to the next part, gotta do the next thing. And then Left Behind was just it was more of the same with slightly different and more background on Ellie.
You gave a few more mechanics about using the zombies and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's so like playing through that and knowing how popular and how highly regarded The Last of Us is, and a lot of people seem to like that DLC also. One of the big things at this past E3 was they showed the what the hell is that the zombie game?
Days Gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they showed the mechanic of using the zombies to turn on your enemies. That's what you do in that Last of Us DLC. So it's not really that revolutionary at that point.
Yeah, I mean it's the same thing we talked about too. And when we talked about the game when we did our E3 wrap up, like it felt like a weird mix of like Last of Us and Horizon because it was like they piecemeal together like mechanics from both those games to kind of put this together.
Right.
But in the open world, I guess Horizon's an open world too, but like an open world setting. So is it different? Is it derivative? Is it similar? But
does it matter if the story's good?
Yeah.
So yeah, there's that. I think depending on time, we might talk more about Last of Us towards the end here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Outside of that, I played some more Mario Kart Wii as I'm practicing for my work tournament.
How do you feel? Are you like, are you making like a montage video a la Rocky? Where are you at in terms of your training?
I've gotten to the point in the game where like, okay, you can't sit there like before I would go through and because we're doing every round you do a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
With whoever you're against, we're doing 1v1. Whoever's higher in the standings, then the Grand Prix wins. And it's gotten to the point where when I'm just practicing, I'm just doing time trials.
Okay.
Because all I can do is I can just try to run flawlessly through the track, and if I get boned by items, I get boned by items. There's no avoiding that.
What CC you guys playing at?
100.
Okay, so like medium.
Yeah, but it was one of those things like we had to make it reasonable because there's some people in my department who don't play video games at all.
So you should practice 150.
No.
And then 100 will be like nothing.
Nope. Practice 100. I know what I'm getting into. So. But yeah, like I've played through all the Grand Prix on 100.
Okay.
But now it's the point where I'm just doing time trials, and it's like parts where I consistently fuck up. I'm just trying to, okay, what am I doing wrong here? How do I fix it? I've gone online and tried looking up like some of the shortcuts and stuff like that.
Shortcuts usually fuck me up because you need to make like a very specific turn.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need to make a very specific turn, and you need to have like a mushroom to boost.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
You'll
don't even
fall.
bother.
You'll
Yeah.
fall down.
You'll fall, or it's not like course. It's like off course stuff that you have
Yep.
grass or something else.
Exactly.
So yeah, like every night I'll play a few races on that. I don't
Man,
think
you guys got like a Switch as a prize or something?
no. 3 free PTO days.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
That is so
my
worth
God.
it.
That's why I'm practicing.
I was gonna say, you better be practicing for like. Oh, I was thinking like, there's got to be some incentive to be practicing this hard about this for a work tournament.
That's why.
Yeah.
That's why I drove out to my parents' house and stole their Wii. I hunted down a used copy of Mario Kart.
I would do so much for 3 PTO.
Dude, that's
days.
fucking awesome.
God.
Oh fuck yeah.
That's like I figure all I can do is, like I said, just if I can go through the track perfectly as far as I know perfection in that.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm sure there's some pro out there who knows.
Oh,
every.
of course.
Well,
yeah.
But if I'm guessing no one in my department is a fucking pro at Mario Kart. I'm hoping. If
Right.
they are, I'm calling shenanigans and burning this whole place down. But yeah,
PTO days,
all I could do is just go through the track. And if I get fucked by items, I get fucked by items. I can't control that.
Well, yeah, exactly. Especially the fucking blue shell.
Yeah.
That's why you want to be in second place until like that last lap towards the end, and then you take over.
The pro move is to stay back until you get the blue shell and go up to front.
Yeah, it's true.
That's a pro move.
Outside of that, I don't. I beat GTA 5 again.
Oh wow.
It's one of those games that I just kind of like I pop in and play for a couple hours if nothing else is striking my fancy, and I got to the end of the story and just was reminded of how underwhelming the end of that story is.
Yeah, I remember that too.
It's it really makes me disappointed they didn't put out any story single player DLC for that.
Yeah, well, you're making billions of dollars on
But I mean,
shark cards and shit.
There's so much more they could have done with the story for every one of those characters.
I was kind of hoping that they would each have their own individual one. That was my theory. They would have 3 short
that would
stories.
make sense. Yeah, that would totally make sense.
Especially Franklin and Trevor, I thought they could have done a lot more with.
Yeah.
Michael's story is kind of wrapped up. Like, okay, you're out of the FIB program, and maybe they could have done more with his escapades working for the movie studio. But there was still so much more they could have done, and it makes me really disappointed how successful their online system's been. Outside of that, I'm running into a unique problem. Not unique. You guys both. Oh, you have this problem. I think you have this problem too, where I'm seeing games on sale and I'm just buying games.
I am so bad at that.
Yep.
I avoided Steam as much as I could.
Although
the sales weren't that great to begin with, but I avoided them as much as possible.
4 games all underneath $2 a piece. So I was just like,
Oh yeah, nice.
$5.
On the Steam sale, I bought Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas, and Beat Cop.
Oh, nice.
I haven't played any of them.
No,
I bought them.
welcome to my world.
You may eventually get to them.
I also have Titanfall still in shrink wrap. I have Yooka-Laylee in shrink wrap.
I have over 115 games on Steam. I can probably count on one hand how many I've actually beaten.
Damn.
It's the sales. It's the crazy, or like the humble bundles and stuff. You get that.
Yeah.
Oh, $10. I get 10 games. Fuck yeah! Like, you know what I mean? Why would I not do this?
I've gotten into those.
Or
too.
all those
I'm doing
Square
the monthly
Enix
one,
ones
too.
I did. Like I did.
Oh, yeah.
I did 3 of
That's right.
those.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one was a dud, but the other 2 were some great games in there. I got some great Final Fantasy in there, which now I have them whenever I want to go back and play them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's it for me.
Mine's a short list too. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
So good.
So much of
It's
it.
so good.
I got 3 stars in all the 50s. I'm going.
Nice.
I'm just going like
You're
one at a
progressing.
time.
All the way through. That's what I did.
Yeah, so
I got the 50s.
All
yeah.
the 50s are all done. I'm halfway through the 100s. I have lost 1 race, and I was very upset because I don't think you can get 3 stars if you lose a race, or if you're like I think you need to be in first for all 4 races of the circuit.
Yes. And I also thought you had to collect 10 coins in each one, but I guess that's not true because there's a couple where I get hit like with a fucking shell at the end, so I lose a couple coins.
Yeah, the race I lost too. I got hit with a blue shell and 2 red shells in the last turn.
Oh, Jesus.
I was not happy, and the kids were around me.
Oh, that's not good.
Did you shake a ficus tree?
Yeah, I was looking. Yeah, man, I was not happy. But yeah, I mean I love that game, and what I didn't anticipate was just how really how varied all the tracks are. And just how if you get a chance to kind of like slow down, not really slow down, but if you're really kind of paying attention to surroundings, like how much is going on around you in those tracks, and it's how imaginative they are. Like they have that music one, and they have like there's 3 different Rainbow Roads from the different games. They redid them.
Yep.
Like they redid them for this thing.
Which is awesome.
Oh my god, it's so cool. So I was playing that. I did my homework. I'll talk about that later. And then Injustice. Injustice 2. I'm still playing a lot of that.
Nice.
I'm
missed. It's on the back of his head now.
Got it.
Good your arm there.
We tried cooling down the garage by opening up the door earlier, and
It fell off.
Bunch of bugs and shit came in.
This is the last sweatcast.
We're looking at a different change.
We were gonna be like, I was thinking about we should figure out a fan or something for this week, and then we gotta record like tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well.
I don't even know how much a fan will help, honestly.
Yeah, we got.
It'll move air. I mean.
Yeah, move hot air.
Yeah. So I'm like 2 chapters away from finishing the campaign. I like when they had the multiverse, I'm just hunting down how I can get as many of those boxes as possible. Like there was one where it was actually an easier one. You had to beat 5 guys, and it was on any level difficulty, so anyone could play it. And each one of those multiverse ones gives you, bronze, silver, gold, depending on how many points you get. And multiverse changes. Like some of them change every week, some of them change every 3 hours.
Right.
And you have access like 5 or 6 of them. They're constantly changing with different perks and different variations and different like boosts and things like that. So the one over the 4th of July weekend, they had it where like fireworks were going off, and they would sprinkle down like energy, or they sprinkle down armor, or whatever it is. So that's when I was playing. And if you beat that, you got 3 silver boxes.
Okay.
And they just kept coming up, like 3 silver boxes.
Oh, nice.
So I just kept playing that over and over and over and over again. I got all kinds of madness.
Nice.
I got all kinds of stuff for my guys, so that was really cool. And then when you looked at, they already have Sub-Zero in like the not the player select screen, but in the like where you change the customization of the characters.
Yeah.
Like you can pick each individual one. They already have Sub-Zero in there.
Oh,
but
cool.
They don't have Starfire.
Huh.
So I'm imagining he's next.
Sub-Zero's, yeah, they already announced, I think it's the 3rd week of July.
Cool.
Is when Sub-Zero's coming out. Yeah, he's next. They've already showed off like actual gameplay.
Oh, really?
I'm out.
Yeah,
they have a whole trailer like showing off his moves and his
cool.
special move and everything, which looks awesome.
Yeah, very, very cool. So a lot of Injustice 2. And
Nice.
I've been thoroughly enjoying that still.
Nice.
Snake was coming out next couple weeks.
Honestly, not a whole lot. We got
That's the theme of this podcast.
Not a whole lot.
yeah. Well, the day before this podcast post, the Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age comes out, the remaster. So I'll be pumped about that. I'll be playing that. But in this time span, Yonder, the Cloudcatcher Chronicles for PS4 is coming out July 18th. Layton's Mystery Journey, Cutrelli and the Millionaire's Conspiracy for iOS and Android, July 20th.
Man,
Those aren't game platforms.
No.
I want to push Lightning game on my Switch.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Splatoon 2 for the Nintendo Switch, July 21st.
There's already, granted, this is a week before you'll hear this, but the game's already like being sold for like $40 in some places.
Really?
Yeah, like Walmart, and keep your eye on
If that's
the usual suspects on Twitter.
Yeah, if I can find that for like $40 or something,
Hell
I
yeah.
might totally pick that up because I do want to play it. I just don't know about 60. 60 is a bit pricey for it right
That's how I
now.
feel about ARMS.
Yeah. Oh, see, I end up holding off on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait till it's on sale. Fate Extella, the Umbral Star, is coming out for the Nintendo Switch as well. July 25th.
What's happening?
It's summer, man. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
Christ.
that game's already on Vita and PS4, but it's cool to have it on Switch.
Yeah.
Fortnite paid early access is for coming out for PS4, Xbox One, and PC July 25th, and I think it's called Pyre.
Yeah.
Pyre for PS4 and PC July 25th, and that game looks awesome.
That's the guys from Bastion and Transistor,
Yes,
right? I forget
yeah.
their name off the top of my head. But
Yeah, I can't think of it either. But yeah, that game looks really, really cool.
I love Bastion. I played about 20 minutes of Transistor. Really liked my 20 minutes, but
Transistor was cool, and I've played maybe like 10 minutes of Bastion, but
Bastion
it's
is-
awesome. I
Bastion-
gotta now that I have it on Vita, I gotta get back
Dude,
into it.
Bastion is so good, and it has one of the best soundtracks in games,
Yeah.
probably in the last 5-10 years.
Nice. Yeah, I definitely got to dive back into that. And then since the last podcast, the PlayStation Plus July games were announced. For PS4 this month, you're getting Until Dawn and the Game of Thrones Telltale series. For PS3, you're getting Tokyo Jungle and Darkstalkers Resurrection. If you've got PS3, both of those games are phenomenal. That's awesome if you have a PS3
Apparently
still.
I bought Tokyo Jungle at some point. I don't remember. I went to redeem that.
It's probably dirt cheap or something.
I probably bought it for $2.
And Darkstalkers is a fucking awesome fighting game. I wish they would revive that.
It's the old school one. It's not it's not a remade one. It looks like the old school arcade ones they have in there.
And then for the Vita, Element 41 and Don't Die, Mr. Robot. I'm sorry, Mr. Robot. That's also cross-buy on the PS4. And then the
hold on, we're just gonna bypass. This is like a great list of these guys. Like Until Dawn's one of my favorite games of the last year.
This was definitely this is a big plus for PlayStation. This month is finally like
that's another game I had in shrink wrap.
I just traded mine into GameStop for $12.
Good to know.
Yeah, I know. I gotta go do that. But yeah, no. Until Dawn's amazing. Now everyone's got the chance to play it. I mean, just keep it going with the Telltale games.
Hell yeah.
That's how I want them. I want them free. I'll play them all day if they're free. Like the Game of Thrones one, it always looked interesting. I was not willing to pay for it, but now that it's free, I'll eventually play it. I still gotta finish the
Batman
Tales. Oh, Batman.
Fuck Batman. Tales from Borderlands. No, Batman can go fuck himself.
Oh. I love you,
and then the PS3 lineup is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
like if you have a PS3, like because Tokyo Jungle was huge when that came out, and then like I said, Darkstalkers is a fantastic fighting game. Then the video games are shit. Like
Element 40. I don't know. It was Element 41 or Elemental with the 4 in there. I don't know.
Oh, that might be it. Elemental.
I don't know.
Yeah, it might be it.
That one looked interesting though.
Yeah, it's just another one of those like floppy board, like don't touch the edges kind of puzzle games. It's like I'm sick of those on Vita. We have plenty of those on Vita. There's plenty of full retail games that we still don't have that they didn't give us for free. Like, there's plenty of them out there.
Trinky.
Anyways, and then also for our Xbox games with gold for July of 2017. For Xbox One,
on the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, I know. This is not a great month for Xbox at all. For Xbox One, you can download Grow Up from July 1st through the 31st.
You grow up.
And then Runbow from July 16th through August 15th. And then for Xbox 360, which is also playable on your Xbox One, you can download Kane and Lynch 2 Dog Days from July 1st through the 15th. And Lego Pirates of the Caribbean from July 16th through the 31st. And that is kind of a dud month. I mean... Lego Pirates, if you've never played it, it's just another Lego game from back in the day before they like how they were old. So it's like it's very tiring and not great. Kane and Lynch 2 was a bust. Like those Kane and Lynch games should have been awesome, and they just were.
I refuse to play Kane and Lynch 2 because
was that the one that the GameSpot?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where basically the giant bomb guys lost or quit their jobs or lost their jobs over it.
Yep, that was that huge big story and everything.
The review came up. The review was like a 6.
Yeah.
But was Kane and Lynch
Ubisoft.
Square?
That's
Ubisoft.
I want to say it was Ubisoft.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say it was Ubisoft.
But they bought a bunch of advertising space on GameSpot. So they had all the advertising space all over the place, and you click to it, and then you go to them, and it ends up being rating it a 6.
Yeah.
So that they weren't happy about that. They wanted them to take it down and change it.
They weren't happy about it, and they contacted like the editors. The editors contacted the people that wrote the article, and they basically said no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not changing it.
Right.
That's our review. That's our score.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, then fire us.
Exactly.
That was back when the co-op games were trying to make a comeback with that in Army of Two. Army of Two was a way better series, I thought, than the Kane and Lynch games.
That's an interesting one. I mean, Games with Gold has not been great recently, but it's like
we've at least gotten a couple here, like a couple games each month. Like, all right, they've been like, okay, yeah, that's good.
If you take the year as like in retrospect, like they have had a better year.
Oh
right?
yeah, absolutely.
I just wish they would just stop this and just give us Game Pass. Stop giving me these things.
True.
Give me Game Pass instead for the $10. You don't have to give me $10. Like I said, make it included with the gold at this point.
Sell like a higher tier of gold.
Yeah.
That maybe isn't the full price for Game Pass.
Right. Yeah, I could see that. I mean, something like that I think would definitely work because, I mean, at this point, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, unless they're going to start, they're probably going to start including original Xbox games, I'm assuming, too, once that goes into effect.
I'm sure they will.
Like Crimson Skies, I'm sure I'm sure they'll give everyone that for free.
I don't think they'll get that for free. That's what everyone wants.
Yeah, but you can't find it anywhere. Though. Like, you can't buy it anywhere.
That's what the whole Xbox thing is really confusing.
And the original Xbox, digital didn't really exist. Digital purchase did not exist, pretty much, with the original Xbox. You have to have the disc, and good luck finding the disc. They're going to want as many people playing Crimson Skies as possible.
Interesting.
So, I mean, they might... I don't know. I mean, if they do re-release it digitally, it might be like $5 or something. But I think they'll start including some original Xbox games, too. But that's... So, a little bit bummer month for Xbox, but PlayStation, good step up there. So, yeah.
2 months in a row.
I mean, I'm still going to play Grow Up. I've heard good things about it. I'm excited to play it.
It's interesting. It's like that was a PS Plus game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's where I played it.
I think
I made the same Grow Up joke before.
It's like you're basically climbing this giant beanstalk, and like the two triggers control the hands, I think, of the robot climbing up. So you you climb up and you can press L2 to hold on to it. Then you gotta like press
okay.
But it's kind of clunky.
Kind of like I Am Bread.
Yeah, it's
Only
very much so.
That is hard.
No, it's super clunky.
Yeah.
Like it really is clunky too, and yeah, you're gonna find yourself falling a lot and then quitting the game.
It sounds like something I won't play.
That was my experience with that game.
Never mind. I'm not interested in playing that anymore.
Extra.
It's time for the news.
News.
So, shocker here. Not a whole lot of news.
Yeah.
We're staying on theme here today.
Don't ever say we don't pay attention to detail.
Yeah.
Everything in this episode, not a lot of it.
Well, it's also after E3. I mean, we just had a
it's
whole
after
bunch
E3,
of
and we had
shit.
12 news items last week.
And
we
we recorded 8 days ago.
Well, we've recorded a whole bunch. So before this.
So only news item. Mass Effect Andromeda, they've announced, or not announced, but it's been concluded there will be no DLC for Mass Effect Andromeda. Mm-hmm. Kotaku ran a story on this, a couple quotes from that story. Mass Effect Andromeda will indeed not be receiving any single-player DLC. 3 people familiar with BioWare's plans have told me, me being the author, which I'm pretty sure is Jason Schreier.
That sounds right.
Other quote, in April, as we reported, BioWare scaled down its Montreal studio, whose staff had developed Mass Effect Andromeda with help from BioWare's other studios in Edmonton and Austin. The chilly reception to Andromeda led the company to transfer BioWare Montreal's employees to other projects, including Star Wars Battlefront 2, Anthem, and The Next Dragon Age. Although a small team remains in place to work on Mass Effect Andromeda's multiplayer and patch support, which isn't done yet, most of BioWare Montreal has moved on.
We're not going to see Mass Effect for a while, if ever again.
No. Did you see? I think by the time this podcast posts, I think it's going to be off sale already. But GameStop's got it for $20 right now.
Yeah.
Already. That's insane for a Mass Effect game. That's insane that it's already $20.
That's insane for any AAA title to go on sale for $20 that quickly.
That came out in what, March?
Yeah.
It's only 4 months later. That's insane.
Yeah, that thing's going away, and it's a tall ask, right?
Mm.
Like the guys who took on Andromeda weren't the guys in the original trilogy. Like they were basically like a support studio, and now they're the main studio, and it didn't work out for them. So it was a tall order to ask them to take on a beloved franchise that had some trouble the last time it was around too. Like it was a big uphill climb.
Everyone hated the ending.
Yeah, it was a big uphill climb for them to begin with, and then having out the gates all be a meme generator for the internet of how goofy everything looked.
Right.
So it's not surprising that they're going to be going away.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading because Kotaku has another article up about like the troubled development of Mass Effect Andromeda, all the shit that went wrong during the process, and I guess like they said like the producer of 3 like stuck around through like all the bullshit at the end of that. It stuck around until Andromeda's production started, and he left like early into it just because of how much crap was going on.
Yeah. Then they end up saying like they were reworking systems up until 8 months before launch, and the last 8 months was like actually putting the game together.
Say 8 months out, you're supposed to be QA testing and polishing.
Remember they actually announced the day we were like, what? Yeah. Like, there's no fucking way this is making that day. There was no way because we haven't heard a thing or even seen much about this game, and all of a sudden it's coming out like a big title like this.
Gotta get out that before that fiscal year.
I remember saying like, there's no effing way this is coming out.
Yeah,
like I remember saying that sometime on one of these podcasts, and then sure enough, it had a bunch of problems. But Art, you said you hit the nail on the head there a minute ago.
Gotta get it out before the fiscal year ends.
Yep.
Gotta get those numbers in.
They had a conference call with a bunch of investors 9 months prior saying or a year prior saying we're gonna have a new Mass Effect at the end of this fiscal year, and they did.
Yeah,
and this is what they get.
Yeah, but I think the best thing out of that quote though is they indirectly announced the new Dragon Age is coming, which everyone expected a new one, but they haven't said anything about it for a long time.
Right.
Yeah, BioWare's interesting right now because they have a new Dragon Age coming up. They showed off Anthem, which again, God knows when that's coming.
That looks so good.
Which looks great, but God knows when that's going to come out and what it's going to look like when it comes out.
Oh, it's not going to be until 2019, I think.
Yeah, probably.
They're at least a couple of years away.
It's a while. All right.
That's the news.
That's the news, guys.
Look at that.
So it is July, which means we are past halfway point of the year. So it is time to do the obligatory Game of the Year so far.
Woo!
Topics. So how do you want to do this? Let's do one at a time and go round and round in circles? Do we fall over?
Do we have a list or?
Oh, I only picked one.
You only got one?
I only picked one.
Yeah, you made it sound like we were only gonna pick one. So that's why I
Well,
only
you
picked
guys
one
go
so far.
ahead and I'll narrow this down.
I mean,
Hey, if you have more than one, you can feel free to talk about more than one.
Well, I mean, I can too. I mean,
I only have
bring
one,
up some stuff.
I only have one because I've only played one new game so far this year.
Really?
Yes.
Damn.
Oh wow, I played quite a bit this year, like actually, and I was going back and forth about a couple of things, but I mean,
I take back. I've played at least 2 new games this year, but one I haven't played nearly enough to come to a conclusion on it or say it's game of the year. It very well may end up being, but
yeah.
Okay. Well, you guys start and I'll roll with it because I missed the memo.
The one I was talking about there that I've played but not nearly enough to conclusively say yes, this game of the year was Battlegrounds. I've played maybe 2 matches in that, and it's really fun, but I really can't get into keyboard and mouse, so I'm really looking forward to that coming to console.
Yeah, that's one I'm right now. I feel like about that, like I felt about Doom last year. I feel like I need to play that game before I can have a conversation about Game of the Year,
Right?
Because so many people have been like putting massive amount of time into it. I've watched some videos of it. It looks super fun.
Yeah.
And I honestly, I don't know if my computer can even like run it to a point where I would enjoy it. And like the keyboard and mouse thing, it's been a while.
I
don't know if I can do that or not.
You might have a fighting chance. I've never been able to do keyboard and mouse games.
I'm just gonna wait for the Xbox.
I was really good on Unreal Tournament 2003. I'm just saying.
So yeah, that's
Oh man,
that's
that
the one.
shit was
the
awesome.
Man, that bomb run game that they
Oh,
had.
it was so great.
Yeah, that was the fun.
That's one. Like I said, it very well could be in the conversation, but I haven't played enough to conclusively say that.
Sure.
So okay, so what do you have as your game of the year?
The only other new game I've played so far this year.
Yeah, can I pick it out?
Oh, yeah, I bet you can.
I'm trying to think.
Horizon?
Yep.
Uh,
And I need to get back and play more of that. Don't get me wrong, it's a very good game. I don't know. I think I may have overloaded myself because I pumped like 30 hours into that in the first week and a half.
What's the last thing you did?
I don't fucking remember.
It's a while ago.
I killed a really big robot, and then something happened and I died.
I don't remember that part of the game.
No. The really big robot I killed was not part of the story. I just came across it in the field.
Oh, that's
and
the
fought
worst.
It.
Man, there was
I scrapped so much crap off of it. I'm so happy, and then something happened.
That's mine too. I mean, if I'm gonna pick one, it's gonna be that too.
well, I have 3 now, so I can, to help you out.
Thank you.
We can talk about.
But no,
that.
I was thinking. I mean, here's
You guys just chat away.
no
And that one's not that, Mike. I haven't played
here's
it yet.
something I want. Here's something I want to bring up. So
Yep.
almost, I think I put like 3 or 4 different games on there. Almost all of them, except for Zelda, which I haven't put enough time into yet to definitively say anything. Mario Kart is a remake,
Right.
not a remake, but like a up-res remaster with some new content in it.
It's like a Game of the Year edition.
Right. And then I honestly, me and Amelia have been putting even more time into Lego City Underground, and I am loving that game.
Yeah,
So, and that game is a year old.
that's old. Yeah,
So, like,
longer than that.
where do we stand on like these kind of conversations with games that have been released on other platforms already?
I mean, if they came out this year, because like that's the thing. Like one of mine that I would talk about. I'll just talk about that one right now.
Yeah.
Is Yeast Origin. So that's been on PC for a long time, but I've never played it until this year when it came out for PS4 and Vita. Like I never even touched it before. So like for me, it's on my list because this is the year it came out on the system I played it on, and I haven't played it beforehand. Like I never even touched it beforehand. So like for me, same with like the Lego City Undercover.
Yeah.
That came out years ago, like 3 years ago on the Wii U, but no one played it on the Wii U because no one had it. And then but it came out this year, and but this year it came out more on everything.
Right.
So like
But even if you
want to
it
include
is like the same game.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like, do we go off of?
But it's still that version came out this year. I think that's
Okay.
That's okay. Because like Battlegrounds, like didn't that come out on PC last year?
No.
No, that
March.
was this year. Oh, it was March. Okay.
So like,
I checked that earlier today.
Okay, I was gonna say because even if it did, but the Xbox version's coming out this year, I would still qualify. That would still be okay in my eyes because as long as you're playing the Xbox version though, like if you're playing the PC version,
See, like I feel like going PC to
It's
console,
hard.
console to PC it's very different, especially for a game like Battlegrounds where The control scheme, to be perfectly honest, all the keys that they have people using in the PC version, I don't know how they're going to translate all that shit to a controller.
Sure.
So I mean, I think that's a bigger like juxtaposition.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about something like Tomb Raider was out for a year on Xbox One and then you played it on PS4,
Yeah.
I don't really think that would count because that's the same game essentially.
Fair enough. All right, then I guess Lego wouldn't count or Mario Kart.
Fuck. I got nothing now.
But like,
where's your list now?
But you're saying in my case, so like League's Origins, that would count because it was from PC too, and then it came out on console.
Okay. No, I'm okay with that. Official stick stance on this one.
I'm with you on that. No, that makes sense.
I mean, when you do a multi-platform game on console at this point, it's pretty much the same thing on all platforms.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it's still Horizon.
I've talked. So it goes on Horizon.
I've talked about that game, a lot on this podcast and with other people, and like I'm still thinking about it. I pre-ordered the DLC. Like I want to play that game more and more and more, and like it's like and that hooked me instantly. And like honestly, I'm having a little bit of trouble getting into Zelda right now. I don't know if it's just because like the hype train's passed already, or if it's just like, man, this is so much, or I've already played something that's kind of similar to it, or what. But like I put 2 play sessions into it. My first one I played for like 6 hours straight, and then I put another like 2-ish hours into this one.
Yeah.
And like I mean, the story in Zelda is whatever, it's not that big of a deal. It's the world and the things you get to do in that world which makes it special, and this really takes it to a level that's even more special than any of the other Zelda games ever been. I don't know if it's just I don't know, like I don't know why it hasn't completely hooked me yet. I haven't gotten to like a certain point, or if I'm spending too much time exploring and not actually like getting through the story and getting more abilities and things to do and seeing more things. I don't know yet. Like
sure.
It's like I said, I've been thinking about Horizon. I still think about Horizon now. I play Zelda and think about Horizon. So
what's your history with the Zelda franchise?
I love Ocarina of Time is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Wind Waker's in the top probably 15 for me.
But like when you play those games, what has gotten you to fall in love with them? The gameplay, the story?
I think it's what you get to do in it. Like I said, I loved Ocarina of Time with the whole like all the different things, all the different powers you had in that, and on like when you play the different songs, you get to do all the different things, and the exploration of the world itself. Same thing with Wind Waker. Like everything was in grids, and like each grid had something in there. Each section of the grid had something in there, and you would sail those different sections. And there was a part of that map I didn't touch. Like it was like Fallout 3 level where I did everything in that game I could possibly do.
But I mean, so what you described there, it sounds like even though those games had different, unique mechanics, that's what kind of hooked you more so than most games into those games. So I mean, either my guess with the newest Zelda is one of two things: either you haven't played around with it enough to get familiar with all of the new mechanics in the game for it to hook you like that, or maybe their new mechanics just aren't
in my
jiving with you.
I do find the breakable weapons a pain in my ass.
Oh, it's a huge pain in the ass. It is. No, for sure.
I mean, I know at some point you get the Master Sword.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know how long it's going to be.
Pretty sure it's a fairly late game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So like,
but have you played like Skyrim?
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff?
Yeah.
Because like this is like, to me, it's similar like gameplay style to that, like more so. Than any other one. So like I don't know if you've like actually played through Skyrim, or if you're like it was okay, but like the gameplay bothered you. I mean, I think that's because I mean personally though too, like I've never given I've tried giving Skyrim a chance, and both times I've tried I've gotten maybe 2 hours in, and I'm like, this is a great game. I just for some reason it doesn't grab me, unlike Zelda, which did grab me. Like but again, at the time I had it, I was driving the hype train. Like what I mean, I was on it. Like so like Switch was brand new day one, and like it was like the whole holy fuck, I cannot believe I'm playing this at work right now. Like what I mean, I'm on the road or whatever. Like I cannot believe I can play this during my lunch. Like
and that's one of the things that like when everyone was talking about how great that game is, and for all I know, maybe it is objectively a great game, but I wish it kind of came out towards the end of the year after everyone had their Switch for 6-9 months.
Sure.
And it wasn't like the new shiny toy that you needed justification for this $300 purchase. It's one of those things. Like I said, it could be the best game anyone's ever seen. I won't. I don't know because I'm not a Zelda guy, so I'll never. Yeah. I'll never see what all the hype is about. But it's one of those things. It's like whenever systems come out and they have their launch titles, those launch titles always seem to get a little bit more love because people want an excuse to use their new shiny toy.
Sure. But at the same time, I think it is a fantastic game. Like, I mean, overall,
and
like you said,
I don't ever mean to say like it's
no, I wasn't taking it as that. Yeah.
Fight.
No.
Yeah,
I don't think you did. But my point was just like I don't. It doesn't have a hook in me yet. Like not a single one.
And you know what? And I do kind of get that though, because like as of right now, honestly, that is my game of the year as of right now. And that's mainly because of the amount of hours and time I put into it when I did get my Switch and I did get Zelda. Like a lot of times, I always play a Zelda. I play it like maybe like the first day. I'll play it for like a couple hours, and it's like, oh, this is awesome, and then I never touch it again. That's kind of what happened with Ocarina, which is why I still have never beaten Ocarina, and I still have it on my 3DS. Like I bought it on my 3DS the first day it came out, and I even restarted it, when before Breath of the Wild came out, and I just never, I do plan on fucking finishing that game one of these days. But that's same with Breath of the Wild. I haven't played that game in months. It's been months since I've touched it, and that's nothing against the game, like at all. Like I just been playing other things, like other things have been coming out, and it's just one of those things where I have actually. What was it, about a week or so ago? I'm like, I was watching something, and then I looked at my Switch. I was like, man, I really want to get back to Zelda. Like I really need to sit down and get back to Zelda, because I know once I get back to that though, everything else goes on the shelf, kind of thing. Like and that's just kind of how it's going to be, and again, but there are things about Zelda that fucking piss me off. I mean, the breakable weapons drives me nuts. Every time I finally get a good weapon, I don't want to use it. Yeah. Because I'm like, I don't want to waste it on these pathetic little enemies, know? And then, like, the different armors and stuff. Like, there's certain areas when you enter the cold, like, okay, I'm dying. Like, I can only resist the cold for so long. Yeah. And, I'm trying to do the shrines to get stronger. And, then I hit a certain point where I'm like, fuck, like, I'm just getting, my ass kicked.
It's really the minutia of the whole thing. You talk about the weapons breaking, and then you get into I have a million bits and pieces of monsters and mushrooms and flowers I find, and apparently you put them together in some way, shape, or form.
You can make elixirs, or you can cook with them to make different items that give you. So if you cook a bunch of mushrooms and then but you add in a couple of these the cold tails, then that's okay, you regain 4 hearts. Plus, you get 2 minutes of cold resistance and stuff like that. So you get so there's a lot of the cooking aspect is actually is pretty awesome.
But
in that aspect. But you don't know what it is though.
I don't know what the recipes are, and it's I don't. Really
you kind of gotta you kind of just make them up, and what I usually do is I stick to recovery, and then stick to one thing that it gives me. Okay. So if it's cold resistance, I only so you could put 6 items into something. So what I normally do 3 and 3. I'll do 3 apples, and then I'll do 3 of the cold tails, which gives me 6 minutes of cold resistance. Okay. And I gain 5 or 6 hearts. Okay. So that I usually stick because once you start adding other things in, sometimes you can get some really awesome food, but most of the time it's garbage and it doesn't turn out then, and you get nothing out of it, and you just waste all these items. So I usually try to stick to those particular things.
At some point in that game, do you come across recipes, or is it just kind of mix and match and hope?
If you do come across recipes, I haven't yet. Okay. Honestly, I don't know. I don't, or I just haven't figured that out yet. If there is, because what makes sense is once you make an item, you would think. Okay, well, that goes in your book. It goes in your book, which it might. I never really paid attention. Yeah. It probably does. I would be surprised if it didn't. Honestly,
I'm still very into the beginning of it, even though I'm 7 or 8 hours into it.
Sure.
I just got
that's
the camera
so early. That's very early.
It's a 70-hour game.
Yeah, that's really early.
Yeah, so there's still a lot to dig into it. I really want to give it the old college try for a couple more and see if it does hook me. But
so are you even near the first definitive beast yet?
No.
Okay, yeah.
No, I just got the camera. So I'm on
shit, yeah.
I'm not far, and I keep getting distracted. So I think I made the main line.
See, that's
I need a main line to a what do they call it, the beast?
The divine beast.
Divine beast. I need to main line to one of those just to kind of see what that's about, and then go from there.
Yeah, that's kind of what I end up doing, because I was getting lost. Doing all this other shit in the world, and that's but that's also it's a good thing, but it's a bad thing at the same time, because then I hit the point where it's all right, fuck this, I've done enough shrines, I am going to this first divine beast, and I'm going to finish this. I want to do this first one just to get through. So I feel I'm making progress in the damn
at
story.
some point, you need to do something different other than just the same.
Exactly. And like the shrines and stuff is great, and like getting there and
grind.
stuff. And then also too, it feels like every time I have to climb mountains, oh look, it's raining, and here we go. Now I gotta fucking wait for the rain to end so I can get to where I was going to go.
And I just keep seeing the same thing over and over. I just keep seeing the same bad guys. I keep seeing the same looking town with the same looking people. I think if I get a chance to go see, the Zoras or the Gorons and things like that.
That's the thing. Once you finish that one area, once you finish the first Divine Beast, then you can like kind of make it into like the desert area. And it's like, okay, now this is a whole new thing. Like now I got to worry about heat resistance, and then there's more of these different type of enemies and stuff like that. So you get to certain areas where it gets really freaking hot. So you're losing hearts quickly because of that.
Yeah, I'm definitely still into it.
Yeah,
I just need to I need to get to that point where it's just like it's like right now it's like I'm going up the hill on the roller coaster, but I'm still going up. And I was like,
sure.
Let's just, I just want to get
just
there.
Gotta get to the fucking peak.
Yeah, let's get to the peak.
Right.
Let's get
see
going.
See what's over that hill.
Right.
I think once you get to that Divine Beast, you're really gonna start appreciating it because that's super puzzle solving, and then
that's what I love about
the typical big boss at the end of a dungeon kind of type thing. So it's like it feels like a Zelda dungeon when you enter that thing.
Very cool.
So
I think you need to get there.
Yeah.
So I mean, those are like the main games I think that came out this year. Like though, and ones on here's a couple on my list I want to play before the end of the year. Talk about Battlegrounds already. I don't want to play that. I would like to give Neo a shot.
I was actually having a hard time going back and forth between that and Zelda.
Man, that's
Neo
impressive.
is fucking awesome. That is really, really good.
Nier.
Yes, Nier is on my list to play.
And that's one of those games too. Like every single time I hear about it, I want to play it more because I guess you're supposed to play it through multiple times, but each playthrough is only like 3 hours. Something like that. So like you can basically play through the game 3 times in 9 hours in the 9 hours and have all the endings and things like that, and it looks fucking really cool.
It looks awesome.
So like that's definitely on my Black Friday hunting list. I'm not gonna play Persona 5. I just know I'm not.
It's I mean, it's one of those. For me, it's when I get to it, I get to it.
Yeah.
Like it probably should win my game of the year this year, but I'm probably not gonna be able to award it anything because I'm 6 hours in, which is nothing.
That's
absolutely
it's the same
nothing
thing as my
in
Zelda
that
one.
game.
Like
that is nothing. So unless I get a burst all of a sudden, but there's some RPGs coming out. I mean, I just picked up the Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5, so I got 6 games there, or 4 games and 2 movies to watch there. And then Final Fantasy 12 remasters coming out, which I will be diving into that.
Well, so you played one new game so far this year.
Yeah.
So is it just time? Is it just you're not interested in the games that came out?
Time's been a big part of it because school.
Yeah.
I have like 8 weeks off here.
Hey,
nice.
do some damage.
I'm just gonna sleep.
The opposite.
Good call.
That's like I finished Last of Us. I finished the DLC, and I finished Grand Theft Auto this weekend. I had the last 6 days off. It was the worst 6-day vacation of my life. My kid was sick for half of it.
No.
Everything I had planned for the first 3 days went out the fucking window.
Oh, that sucks.
So yeah, I have some more free time. So time's definitely been part of it, but like a lot of the a lot of the games you guys mentioned, like Neo, I've heard is really good, and Nier Automata, I've heard is really good. I need to see. I haven't gone and looked out for like reviews or anything like video of that game. I have to look at them no more and see exactly what they are. If it's even
if it's worthy for you,
even
to
if
play.
it's a style of gameplay that I'd be interested in. Obviously, I know there's hype surrounding them. Like Zelda, there's a ton of hype around, and like it might be everyone's game of the year.
We gotta buy a game. You got a system to make that work out for you.
Well, I'd have to get a system to make it work out for me. I've never been into Zelda.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, Mario can give it a run for its money later this year.
Well, yeah. There's Mario that's coming out that can give it a run, but I mean, like in the early part of the year, everyone I've heard talk about these games that are great. It's always been Zelda 1, Horizon 1A. It seems like.
Yeah.
And it seems like
Horizon's on my list.
For the most part, I can't find anyone like looking around at my normal video game sources. I'm not seeing anyone who's played through both of them.
Right.
Granted, that's a huge time commitment.
Sure.
They came out a week apart.
Right. They came out a week apart, and most of the video game media people, it's like they have to keep going. They have to stay current on all the shit, so have something to talk about. It's like I'm having a hard time finding someone who's played all the way through both of them to find, hear someone say like, "This is what's great about this one. This is what's great about that one."
Right. Yeah.
Kind of stuff. There's definitely more games coming out later in the year that I'm more interested in.
Absolutely.
Want to start bros? Want to
I was like,
Sure,
good
yeah.
Go for it.
transition. Look at that transition.
So like we have some, like we did last time too. Like what's coming out in the year? Like what are we most excited about in the next 6 months?
Battlegrounds, I will absolutely be playing as soon as it's on console.
Is that coming out this year?
yeah,
Yes.
I think it's supposed to be in the fall. It's gonna be probably right around the time of the One X.
Yeah, so that's one that definitely I have my eye on, and the second it's on a console, I will probably renew the old Xbox Live membership and play that.
Nice.
That just expired like 2 days ago. Like, Xbox that I barely do anything with. So
Right.
Another one that definitely has all of my interest, but I have severe doubts about whether or not it's coming out this year is South Park.
I'm getting more and more confident that that's going to happen.
God, I hope so.
Just because it's been so many times already.
I didn't want to put that on my list. My 2 games that I picked, I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not picking South Park because
I put more than 2 on my list because I only had one to talk about in the first part.
yeah, no, for sure.
No, I think, man, I'm getting more and more confident it's going to happen.
I would think it should happen because it was, like a year and a half ago, they were going around letting people play live demos of the gameplay, like through the first, couple hours.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I would like to know because, like, with the Stick of Truth, like, I know that was a huge delay and all this stuff. I want to know what was the major problem they had with Stick of Truth, and going into the Fractured But Whole, that they took, like, okay, we need to make sure we don't do this again. But what happened this time that caused this delay? Like, I kind of just want to know, like, the in and out. I would love to just sit down and like interview with them. Be like, hey, just give us the in and outs. Like, what's causing these delays to happen? I'm just curious.
The Stick of Truth, who are the South Park guys? I can't think of the name right now.
Trey
Parker
Parker,
and
and
Matt
Matt
Stone.
Stone.
They kept wanting to change stuff.
Right.
And it wasn't just like they didn't really realize there are 6 days to air. Like they did in the actual TV shows. Like something comes up 6 days later, they have a new TV show. Like every 6 days, you can put something together. You can't do that with video games.
Right.
So like they've actually figured out this time, like whatever system they use to generate South Park episodes, they can now transfer into the video game, like the video game hardware. Like it can convert. Like the other files can convert from like what they want. It's like the same thing. So they can actually make changes on the fly significantly easier.
Okay.
So the first game got delayed because they kept making changes and they kept like not getting quite right. This one, I think they said it was more like something to do with the systems itself. Like they were trying to figure out more like how the game systems themselves, like how they would actually work I listened to an interview.
Optimized.
Yes, it's like basically it's not like even though they converted the files to it, like it wasn't quite right or it wasn't like ours like optimized. And something along those lines. It's more of a technical thing. Like the first one was more creative. This is more technical.
Okay.
Well, plus with the first one, don't forget that went from a THQ property to on the market to a Ubisoft property to in development to Parker and Stone wanting to change stuff to back in development and then eventually released after like a year delay once Ubisoft announced the original release date.
Right.
So I'm hoping
I hope so. I mean, again,
I cannot
if it does,
cross
whatever,
these goddamn fingers any harder.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets delayed, it doesn't matter to me. I'll still play it whenever it comes out. But yeah, no, I'm with you. I hope it comes out.
Go through it.
All right. Another one that'll be a absolute day one buy for me. I'll put a bunch of time into Wolfenstein New Colossus.
That's on my list.
Hey, there we go. We're in agreement.
Absolutely.
I've
everything they show off. Ugh.
I've not been that hyped for a video game trailer in quite a while.
God, so good. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, and everyone who played this said like it plays well, and they're playing with the first person aspect of it. Like in the very first portion, he's like in a wheelchair, and you got to roll around, and you're still mowing people down. It looks fucking awesome.
The pregnant wife or girlfriend is stabbing people.
Right.
Oh man, yeah, I'm super excited for that one too.
No, that looks awesome. I cannot wait.
And the other one I had on my list is Uncharted: The Lost Legacy.
I didn't put that one on the list, and I don't know why. Because I'm super excited for that too.
I'm maybe excited is not the right word. I'm very interested in it. I want it because this is the first, from whatever everything's pointing to, this is the first Uncharted without Nathan Drake and that whole storyline. So I'm really interested to see what they're going to do with the story and
Neil Druckmann is like the main director and things like that too. So there's a lot of intrigue in there, and I think you're right because I think it's going to be kind of show about the projection or the trajectory.
What's the future of Uncharted?
It's just going to basically say like, okay, should we continue this or not, kind of thing. I think it's going to be based on how people take this. Is my guess.
I'm just shocked it's like a full game. Like it's not like I mean, how long did Left Behind take you to finish?
Left Behind?
Yeah, it was like
5 hours.
Not even. Yeah, like 3-4 hours.
They're saying this.
I did it in one sitting last night.
Yeah.
I started at about 9 o'clock last night. I was in bed by 12:45.
Yeah, so and the Lost Legacy is going to be like about 10-ish hours. And, and they said it's going to have one of the biggest set pieces they've ever had.
I want to say that for the most part, the Uncharted games when I played them were 12, 13-hour games.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So 10 hours is not that much of a drop off.
No.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts to have something turn around that quick. I'm very, like you said, I'm very interested to see. It almost feels like a Fallout New Vegas type thing, where it's just like it almost feels like a separate team. But this is Naughty Dog proper doing this,
right?
So it's very intriguing. So where's my list? What else do I got? So you talked about New Colossus already.
Yep.
Oh, Mario Odyssey.
That's another one that looks super interesting to me.
Yeah, number one with a bullet. Like it's not even.
That's gonna be awesome.
I'm trying not to pre-order it right now because
Are you anti-pre-order?
I'm getting there because, but like man, it's just that. I mean, we talked about it twice now already, but like it just looks so amazing. It looks so good, and I think that man, I can't imagine that not being great.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No,
Like,
I agree.
I cannot fathom a reality where that game is not absolutely great.
Nope, I definitely agree with you.
Life is Strange Before the Storm.
Hell yeah!
First episode comes out in August.
Yeah, I think August 31st.
First of 3 episodes. More Life is Strange.
Yeah!
I love that game style. I love that first story. I like that they're kind of going back in time to learn a little more about the characters we already know.
It's gonna make us love the first one even more, I think.
I hope so. I mean, it's shit. I mean, I love that first one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just excited to get back into that city, back into that world.
Yep.
And lastly, Tacoma. It's the guys who made Gone Home. I just want to see what they're doing. What's next?
That one looks weird.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, but again, it's that right up my
Good,
alley.
though.
Like,
no, absolutely.
The whole like walking simulator thing. I love those games.
It just looks odd.
No, for sure. Steak, what are you looking forward to?
Couple others on my list. Sonic Mania.
Shit.
For the Switch.
Forgot about
I am
Sonic Mania.
super pumped for that. I mean, when we played that at the Switch event, that was awesome. And like, I'm totally gonna get that for the Switch. Like, it felt great on there. It looked great on there. It's old school Sonic. Mm-hmm. I'm very curious to see about that Sonic Forces too. It looked pretty impressive what they showed off on that. What was the one other one? There was 2 other ones. Oh, Metroid: Samus Returns on the 3DS. The 2 new 2D side scroller. I'm super pumped. For that. I cannot wait. It's Metroid, 2D Metroid. I can't wait to get another one of those.
For sure.
And then finally, Assassin's Creed Origins. I haven't been this excited since 3. 3 let me down, but I haven't been excited since 3. I love the Egyptian setting. I love Egypt. I love the history of ancient Egypt. I love that whole thing. So I'm really hoping this really is good and it really grabs me in. And I hope it's a lot of history. Like, I mean, they normally are history, and I hope they do base it on a lot of different things. I mean, they haven't shown much. Like, basically what they showed, like, don't show me anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't actually want to see anymore. I've seen the little changes you've made. It's enough for me to get interested, and I'm like, all right, I'm curious, and I can't wait to see what that looks like in 4K too.
Yeah, I hope it's good, just for you. I mean, honestly, I mean, you're so pumped for it, and like, if you like it, I think that everyone else is gonna like, it's gonna work out well for the general population as well. So yeah, I'm rooting for it. I won't say I'm super excited for it, but I'm definitely rooting for it.
Yeah, like I said, the settings got me. It's like, there's only 2 settings that could have gotten me, and that was that or Japan. Like, the rumor has it Japan's in the works, like too. So
feudal Japan.
That would be interesting.
Samurai Japan. That'd be amazing.
Very, very cool.
Just give me Animusha.
Assassin's Creed.
That's why, honestly, that's why I love fucking Neo so much. Like, it's Animusha. It's just really fucking hard, but it's Animusha. Like, that's what I love about it, and that's why I think I am. The difficulty isn't pissing me off as much as it should. Is because of that, and it's just like I don't understand. Just give me fucking Animusha. Like, how much do I have to beg and cry?
Yeah, I think I think the game of the year this year is gonna be interesting. I mean,
there's so much good stuff. Even outside of the stuff we've mentioned. I mean, like, we got Evil Within 2. Like, I mean, what else did I see on here?
We didn't even talk about Resident Evil 7. That's one of my favorite games of the year.
7. I need to go through the rest of that.
Evil Within 2, Battlefront 2. We got to see it right there.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. There's so confused. Crackdown 3. I mean, Need for Speed Payback. I mean, you never know. When did they eventually? I mean, eventually they got to come up with a new Need for Speed. Ni no Kuni 2 for RPGs out there. I mean, the first one was fantastic. So, yeah.
I think it's going to be interesting.
There's a lot of good stuff. And, they're still going to announce more shit coming out. This isn't everything. So it's gonna be good. This has been a fantastic year so far. It's gonna be a great year going forward too. I mean, I gotta just find fucking time.
I can say this again.
Play this shit.
When we did this last time, one of the games I was looking forward to most was Gang Beasts. That's still not out yet, and I'm still looking forward to it. I still want to play that game on my PlayStation.
Yeah,
that's all I got.
That'd be a fantastic streaming game.
Yes, it would be. My God, Jesus Christ, we got
a lot of things lined up for streaming. Like I said, That's You game that came out on PlayStation Plus. That looks like a blast.
I want to play Overcooked.
Overcooked would be fun.
A ton of fun.
That would be fun. Yep. Absolutely. And then when that Hidden Agenda game comes out, we'll totally play that.
We'll figure that out next week.
Pretty much any of these like PlayLink games, I think will be a good group stream.
We will figure that out for next week, what we want to do. All right, so it's now time for my gift to me. It's usually...
Treat yourself.
The artist formerly known as My Gift to You. So
now.
Yeah, so like usually what we do is, one of us hands someone else a game, gives them a chance to play for the first time. And you kind of do a little review of it. But this time around, we decided to do a little switcheroo. We're giving ourselves a game, something we've had in our backlog or something we've always wanted to play and haven't got a chance to, and finally did it. Art did Last of Us last week. He finished it this week. That's right. I did The Evil Within, and I have had next to no time to play it. I played through the first chapter, so I have very beginning, I guess, hot takes on this thing, because it's like
so you didn't have much time.
It's not. I mean, yeah. So I am gonna. But here's something I will say. I did really dig what I played so far. Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna be playing more, and I'll kind of do what you did this week, like do like a recap or like put a cap on this thing next time we meet.
Well, you have like 3 weeks to do it, so
I should have time now.
Lots of time.
Right, but I'll say this: like, it's already going in places I didn't think it was gonna go. Like, it's after the first chapter.
That's as far as I got. Was the first chapter. That was
I finished first chapter. Got a little bit in the second chapter, but like, man, like, it's. I definitely remember seeing more shooting when I saw that game.
Yeah,
I mean, the whole first chapter, it's like you got nothing, and the very first you get captured. It's the first 5 minutes of the game, so you get captured, and then you find a knife, and there's a guy that's basically cutting up bodies, and the gore in this thing is crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I go up, I sneak up behind him, and I shiv him, thinking, be like, all right, cool. No, that didn't even do anything. He was just like, he turned around, hit the chainsaw, knocked me down, and then just like sawed my head off. Like, I'm like, okay.
What did I do wrong?
Do not do that.
Maybe, no. I didn't think that. I think maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I should have ran. Maybe I missed something, and like, because there's like 2 different rooms you can be in. So like, all right, I look around, I was like, nothing else is here. I do again. I hit him with the knife, and I book it, and he is right on top of me, and he saws me down to the same thing. I'm like, okay, fine. What I missed was the giant hanging keys that were right in front of my face that I just walked right past. And so I was like, oh, cool. So I grab the keys, go out the door, and then you go. But then he's that chainsaw guy is basically stalking you throughout that whole first level, and he caught me a couple of different times because I didn't understand like the rules of the game yet. Like, I don't know what could and couldn't be broken with his chainsaw.
Right.
Like something, you know what I mean? So I'm like crouching down as like there's a window, and I can see him come this way. It's like, all right, I gotta make him come back forward. I was thinking behind him was all cool. Then next thing I know, I'm getting sawed in half because he sawed a crate that was behind me and basically sawed right through me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's super atmospheric. It was in that time frame when PS3 and PS4 were just like switching over,
right,
and like Xbox 360 and Xbox One.
So it came out on both systems,
right? So it kind of came out on both, and you can definitely see a little bit of that in like the way it looks and textures and things of that nature. But I mean, it's definitely playing with some really cool visuals, because like it's super claustrophobic, because the hallways and the rooms are really kind of small, and there's a lot in them that you get to maneuver around when you're trying to hide. But there's also the cameras like right on your shoulder. It's like it's closer than Resident Evil 4 was. Resident Evil 4 was close, but this is even closer than that was. So it's like you really don't have a sense of your surroundings, which really kind of adds to the tension. And then like finish first chapter, all hell breaks loose in a way. I like, like in Inception, the movie, when like the world would like fold like kind of on top of each other, like shit like that starts happening.
You're right.
I'm like, I didn't know I was gonna be out of this mental institution. Like I didn't really understand what was going on. So that's got me interested to feel like I was out of the asylum, but now I'm back in. Like how is this all connecting? It's definitely got a hook in me because I want to know what's going on in the story.
Sure.
And I love horror games, and this definitely fits in that category. I'm excited to get like actual guns and figure that out too. last thing I'm gonna say about this game, because I said I've only played it for like 45 minutes. There's like zero hand holding in this thing. They give you a little bit like they give you a couple button presses on this thing, but like I said, the very like you find a bottle, but it's how you can throw it. Like you said, you kind of like you need to use a little like deductive reasoning to figure out how to get through the world and what you were supposed to do with the things that you have. It'll give you some button press prompts along the way. Like the very first time you're supposed to swing and things like that. But like it just because like you're in it, like there's no HUD. There's nothing, and you're just kind of just trying to figure out what's going on and survive at the same time, which is the perfect survival horror mix. Yep. So I'm definitely going to be talking more about that in a couple of weeks when we get a chance to reconvene and do this again, but I just ran out of time. I was out of town when I was in town, and we only had a week.
For sure. Right. Yep.
It is what it is.
Yep.
So, Steak.
Yes.
How are you going to treat yourself?
I am finally going to play God of War 3. Interesting. I bought the game when it came out on PS3. When I sold my PS3, I sold my copy of God of War 3 still wrapped. I never even opened it. I bought the remastered for like $7 a month or so ago.
Yep.
The only time I've seen it was when I loaded up when you guys were over after that Injustice stream, and so I really didn't even play it.
Yeah.
So I've never played God of War 3. So
did you play the other two?
Yeah. I played the other two and even Ascension. I don't know why I didn't play 3.
You skipped a good one.
I know. I don't know why. Like that's just kind of how it went. I don't know. I have no explanation why. Actually, no, I do. Because that's right. Now I remember. So Ascension was essentially a prequel.
Right.
So what I did is like, I will go in order because since I haven't played God of War 3 yet, I bought the remastered 1 and 2. I had the PSP ones that were on PS3 that they released on PS3, and I bought Ascension. So I was like, okay, I'll play the PSP ones because I want the PSP ones, I believe, then Ascension. Or no, I
think Ascension's first.
You know what? I think what it was is I already beat the PSP ones, and then Ascension came out.
Okay.
So then I started playing Ascension, and it wasn't very good.
Yeah.
So I didn't get very far in it, and then I just. So that's kind of what happened there.
Interesting.
So I'm finally gonna play God of War 3, the remastered on PS4. It's like I said, it's 2 spots over in my folder from Yakuza 0. So every time I pop on Yakuza, I see it and I'm like, God damn it, I really just want to fucking play this. I'm like, then when we started this, I'm like, perfect. No, I'm gonna fucking hold on and wait. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna play.
I like it.
Yep.
So you're the third of my gift to me. So we're gonna go back to standard format.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think that was the plan.
Yeah, just do that once, and then every once in a while we can pop this up.
Right, good work.
Good idea.
Man, God of War 3. That's
since we're learning that we all have
big backlogs.
Yeah. Larger than average backlogs.
Yeah. Oh, it's ridiculous.
And the humble monthly bundle comes out in like 2 days. I'm gonna add even more on top of it.
Oh yeah, it's only like 2 more days to get the Dark Souls 2, isn't it? On PC. I would keep putting it off.
I don't know. Did I give that code for Super Hot? I don't remember.
I don't think for Super Hot. No, you gave me the inside. I don't think you gave me.
Oh yeah,
I don't think you gave me the Super Hot.
You play that yet?
Not yet. Not yet. That's on my list. Oh yeah, that's.
You should change your vote to inside.
Yeah. No, I've been dying to play God of War.
No, God of War's great. I'm trying to remember how long it is though.
I'm sure it's short. Like all the God of Wars are usually around 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours.
That feels
you can beat
right.
them in. So I don't know what type of time. Like I said, this weekend I'm busy, and next weekend I'm busy. But then I'm wide open. So and then that following week's when we're kind of going to start thinking about filming.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping I can get some good time into it. We'll see.
Man, I love God of War 3.
But that's the thing, and I definitely want to play through it before the new one comes out next year. So
it's even going to get more. Like I think the new God of War is going to be even more interesting for you after finishing this because the way it ends.
Okay.
It's super interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. I'm definitely excited, and the games usually come out in February or March, so I have to beat God of War 3 this year. So
you'll make it happen.
Yep.
All right, where can people find us online?
You can find us on Facebook, iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play by searching The Sticks Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at Sticks Podcast. Find us on YouTube at youtube.com/SticksGamingVids.
You just saw me try to struggle through that during the
Twitch
stream.
You tried.
I was just throwing out words. I got nothing.
Well, the first time.
Did you see yourself in there lighting things on fire and sparks?
I think the audio was off the first time.
Oh, good. It was perfect. But yeah, like we talked about this last time, guys. If you can go to like iTunes and Google Play and anywhere you guys listen to us and like YouTube and actually do some rating comments and reviews, that would help us out greatly. Reach a wider audience, which is kind of the point.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be awesome.
We greatly appreciate it.
Steak, final words.
Just a reminder, we are filming this July 5th. So if anything breaks in the next week, over the next 7 days,
we're active on Facebook and Twitter.
We're active, yeah, we're pretty active. We've been quite active, so keep checking us out there. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. See you next time, stickheads.